So we're live now.
Okay.
Yes, hello friends. A couple weeks ago, I started a series and talking about obstacles and how we can overcome obstacles in our lives and to also understand that we will always have obstacles in our lives. And in one of the segments, I had mentioned that obstacles are a matter of our own perceptions. If we perceive that we cannot surmount any obstacle whatsoever, then we have actually lost that battle and it will be more difficult to overcome. With me in the studio today, I have a very dear friend and sister who I'll be introducing in a bit. I got to meet Busola through Facebook not too long ago, but I was just enthralled by her story. And when she starts to tell you her story, you not only fall in love with her, but you just feel so inspired by how this young woman has been able to overcome every obstacle possible in her own life. Her own watchword in life is living life to the fullest. So please join me and welcome Busola Claudia Akinshola, who is a banker in Nigeria, but also living with cerebral palsy. But if no one tells you, you will never know. So Busola, thank you for joining us on this segment.
Yes, ma. Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, people.
Good afternoon. It's so good to have you here.
Yes, ma.
So,
It's good to be here too.
thank you. So, Busola, I read your story a couple weeks back, and I was
Hmm?
just in awe about how you got to a job fair. And we're going to talk a little bit about you, but your house had just burnt down 2 days before you heard about a job fair that
Yes,
eventually
ma.
got you the job that you're in today.
Yes,
Talk
ma.
about obstacle of all obstacles, right?
Ma.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I am Busola Akinshola. I am a girl living with cerebral palsy. But cerebral palsy has never been an obstacle for me. It has always been a stepping stone for me in life because I see disability as a stepping stone to my successes in life. So, being a girl living with cerebral palsy doesn't mean I cannot achieve anything in life. So that has
Hmm.
been my goal in life. I've always wanted to do my best in wherever I find myself, and I've been doing that. So when I heard about the job fair, my house was on Saturday and the job fair was on Tuesday. So, but I was like, I didn't want to go. My mom was like, okay, Priscilla, you have to go because this is something that might lead to something for you. So I decided to go and start changing my story forever.
Wow. Wow. So you got to the job fair, and then what happened then after that?
Okay, at the job fair, I was just with Daddy FM Daddy. So he told me that he was just giving a speech and he mentioned my name in the speech, and that was when Pastor Itwa got to hear about me, and was like, okay, we'll give you a job. Then introduced me to Mrs. Opayinka, that's my MD at the Shego, who in
Yes.
turn said I should come on. Who in turn said I should come for an interview the next week,
Mm-hmm.
a week after.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, a week after, then I went for the interview. I passed. I went for the medicals, and I passed. Then
Yeah.
on the 1st of July 2019, I started work at Lechigo Microfinance Bank.
Wow. Congratulations. You know, when
Thank
people
you, ma.
hear you say, I passed, they probably are wondering what your educational background is. So would you take us through some of that? I know that you have a master's and you're planning on going for another one. So can you tell us a bit
Yes,
about your
ma'am.
educational background?
Okay, I went to secondary school in Lagos. My secondary school was in the Lagos Private Academy. Yeah, where I get my SSC. And I went to Lati for a year. I was in Lati for a year, where I did a diploma in public admin, but I didn't finish because I got admission while waiting for. When I finished secondary school, I didn't want to wait at home, so I decided to do for the diploma course,
Hmm.
where I was doing the diploma. Then my admission into Babcock came up, so I had to go for Babcock for a BSc in economics. So after the BSc in economics, after my NYC, I looked for a job for a long time, for about 3 years. I didn't
Hmm.
get a job, so I was like, okay, I'll go for my master's in the UK. And that was why I went for the master's in the UK. And I went for my master's in the UK in 2008. Came back to Nigeria in 2011 after my master's. I got a master's in international economics and trade.
Hmm.
So when I came back to Nigeria in 2011, I've been looking for a job ever since until I got I worked briefly with Student Developmental Center, that's an NGO.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Beniola. Well, I was working with Beniola I was the ambassador for like 6 years before I got to get a job in Lashago last year.
Hmm.
But I'm still an ambassador though, because I'm still using my story to change lives.
Yes. Yes. Hearing your story just seems like you won't let go. You don't let anything put you down. So what is the motivating
Yes.
factor? What keeps you going?
First of all, my motivating factor is my faith in God, because I have this faith in God. You know, a lot of people will say, why disability? But I say, why not disability? Because
Hmm.
disability has not been a stumbling block to me in my life. So
Hmm.
I always say, why not disability? Because God has shown me that, even in disability, I can do a lot of things that a lot of people can't do. So, I'm always like, I'm always like, um, there's a time in my life where I had to ask God, why disability? And told
Mhm.
me that I have a story to tell.
Hmm.
So my story is always going around the world now, because I share my story on Facebook every day. Every
Yeah.
time I share my story, people will say, Busola, you inspire me to do more. So
Hmm.
my number one pastor in life was God. God has been my number one pastor. My second pastor was my mom, who was always there for me. My mom and my family, they've been there
Yeah.
for me all the way. They never,
Yeah.
they never, they never allow me feel never allow me feel the impact of my disability. They always say, Busola, if I tell you to do this, they say you can do it. Go for it. When I told my mom I wanted to go for my master's, if it's any other mom, you just say, you did the math, you that you did the first degree and you didn't get the job. What's the guarantee that you're going to get a job after your master's?
Masters.
But
Right.
she said, okay. Yeah, so okay, let's see what you can do. And
Hmm.
I was paying for my school fees. I went to
Wow.
the UK. You know how expensive it is to get to the UK and get a master's degree. A lot of people go to the UK and they don't come back with their masters. So, but
Right.
I went to the UK and I came back with my master's. So that's an achievement for me on my own. And my third motivating factor is myself, because I always say myself, it's like you're beautiful. Don't let anybody take you down.
Hmm.
Your your disability is like a stepping stone to your successes in life. That's the way I see myself. So
Yeah.
so I always aim for more. Because when people say I can't do it, that's when I go for it.
That's a motivation for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Wow. I'm so inspired by you, Busola, and I'm just wondering. I know that there's so much more that you want to do, and I'm wondering, so what's next on your plate? You seem like you're always going, going, going. So what's next?
Yeah, yeah. I want to help people with disability in a way that they can also achieve more for themselves. So I feel I said to myself, what can I do for them? So I said, okay, I'll get a master's in social work.
Hmm.
They are able to work with, who are able to work with people with disability on a daily basis. And so I just go to Canada or Australia very soon for my master's in social work.
Hmm.
So and I want to get if possible I can get a PhD too. There's nothing impossible when you have faith and when you believe in yourself.
Wow. Faith certainly has played a huge role in your life, hasn't it? Your faith in God.
Yes, you have yes, you have faith.
Praise God for that. So
Yes,
anyone
ma'am.
listening, and if there's anyone out there listening to you who's feeling like, oh, life has been so unfair to me, and nobody understands what I'm going through. There's so much in front of me, I cannot get past this. What word of advice would you have for them? What would you say to them?
The best thing I like to say to them is life is never fair. That's the truth.
Life is not
Life is
fair.
never fair.
Hmm.
Yes. You know? But you have to make up your mind to do your best, to give your best in whatever to have the right attitude. Because I notice that a lot of people with disability don't have the right attitude. They
Hmm.
always have the right attitude that somebody owes them something. But nobody owes you something in life. I always tell
Wow.
people.
Hmm.
But you owe yourself something to show the world that you can be great. So I always tell people, never expect something from anybody. If they give you, fine, no problem. But if they don't give you, just do your best and live your life.
Hmm.
Enjoy life. So a lot of people say, I'm not in the place I want to be. You might not be where you want to be, but you're certainly not where you used to be
Hmm.
back then. So
Right.
you keep moving forward every day, little by little. You keep trying, and at the end of the day, you will excel because they said I used to tell people that the motto the virtue of success is your own drive, your
Hmm.
own passion. That's my
Right.
virtue of success. So when you're passionate about what you want to do in life, you always go for it and you always succeed. The
Absolutely.
passion is very important. The passion is very important. Right? I tell young people there, just be passionate about what you want to achieve. Be Put God first in everything you do, and certainly the sky you can reach beyond the sky
You are
because
an
because
example.
the winning mentality in life is just to do your best and live your life to the fullest.
Yes.
Honestly,
Thank you for those words. You are an example of someone living their life to the fullest. No wonder the first thing you say when I ask you, how are you doing? You say, I am living my life to the fullest. So thank you for not just saying those words, but living those words and showing everyone else that life isn't fair, but we get to make the best out of it.
yes, ma.
It's been so great having you here, Busola. I look forward to connecting with you more. Thank you for joining us. And I know that our friends on Facebook and on YouTube, they've learned so much from your own life experiences. And I know that even for those who don't have disabilities, uh, they've been encouraged, they've been inspired by your own
Yes,
story.
yes,
Had
yes, yes.
every excuse possible, but you chose to rise above that. So kudos to you, and I'm so grateful to God for you and for your faith. Thank you for your
Yes, ma.
wonderful example.
Yes,
So
ma.
I'll see you again soon. Take care, Busola.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. I really appreciate you.
Thank,
I really appreciate the program. Thank you for having me on.
thank you. Take care now. Bye. So, friends, you heard from Busola. We've been talking about obstacles, and there's no better champion of living her life, you know, overcoming every obstacle possible in her own life, like Busola. We've showcased her, and perhaps we'll showcase one or two more in the future. But our next program is going to be focusing on what next. What next? Now that you can surmount obstacle, what resources are out there? Where do you go? What are your passions? You probably heard Busola saying she focuses on her passion. What are your own passions? How can anyone encourage you? So that's what we're going to be talking about next. Next, we're going to be looking at scriptures. You know, I love to go back to scriptures. I believe strongly that to live a life worth living, you have to be in the word of the one who created life in the first place. Every principle of life for success comes from the one who created life. So keep living your life to the fullest. Take very good care and know that you are loved. Bye now. Until next time.